Now you can hear.
Yeah.
So I wonder if you can hear the music. I don't know. All right, you can hear us now.
Yeah.
We didn't have our microphones turned on. Hey, I hear you loud and clear. So I wonder if the music's still playing. Could y'all guys hear any music playing? Hey, Edna. Hey, Paul. For the second time, you didn't hear us the first time.
Yeah, we apologize for that.
Oh, Edna says she can hear. So just curious, Edna, could you hear music playing?
Yes, a little bit.
Okay.
Awesome.
Oh God, the microphone's working because that was really
Gosh,
loud.
I didn't even lean towards it.
Hey, Wednesday Night Live. Thank you guys for
It's
joining us.
another one.
Episode 102.
102.
Yeah.
And we have got a crazy week this week.
What's your name?
My name's Vati, and that is Father.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for our regulars who joined us. Edna,
Yeah.
especially. Thank you. Paul, thank you for joining us. And when anybody watches this back, as he said, I'm Father. This is Riley. And we thank you for joining us, giving us a shot. You could be doing anything else tonight, and you decided to watch us for a few minutes.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. So, yeah, as Riley was talking, we got some things going on. Um, he's been working on the live tonight. I've been busy all day, so this is on Riley tonight, which is usually what it is because this is his deal.
Yeah. It's usually all up to me, but it's all right. I got it.
He's got it.
Yeah.
So, what you got on your notes so we can get them out of the way?
Well, first off, I'm going to start off just like we did last week, and I'm going to continue saying we are consistently going to push our YouTube. We need growth. We need views. Yeah, don't mess with me like that.
Yeah, that's reverb. No, 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 no. This is my situation.
Okay.
This is me.
This is
not.
great.
This is not Vite. This is Greg. You concentrate on what you're talking about.
But yeah, we are going to consistently, we're trying to work at our YouTube. We're trying to get the numbers up.
It's growing a little bit, y'all.
Yeah.
It is growing. We appreciate it. Our little video that we did of our live graveyard investigation.
That helped out with a few subscribers.
Yeah, it did pretty good, though. I mean, even the views for us was a good amount of views. And so, like I said, we just keep throwing some good
we're in the 80s on views now.
Yeah, it'll hit the right person one day and break the algorithm, and who knows, it might just go. And that'll be fine also. We appreciate it anyway.
Yeah, we will.
No matter what happens, we're happy.
Yeah, we are.
That's all that matters. So we're going to keep going. We're going to keep doing our Wednesday night lives, whether we got one person viewing or a million. It doesn't matter to us. Bless you. We're going to treat everybody the same, and that's what life's all about. So we're going to stay in our lane and do what we do. Because that's the type of people we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. And as for the crazy week I was talking about, man, it's going to be one for the books for down south.
Yeah, we got something big, big for us happening tomorrow night. So last year, Riley and I, we were at a festival, and a local festival, watermelon festival, summer deal.
Yeah.
And lots of people walking around, and Riley had a booth set up, and he sold some down south hats
and
some t-shirts.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a good thing. But even better than that was the fact that we set up a booth for 2 days?
Yeah, 2 days.
Set up a booth for 2 days, and most of the time we go to different places, and most people don't want to talk about it. They think they see the different little symbols and logos we have, and then naturally they let their mind
associate with devil worship.
Yeah, they let their mind go to the negative side, and that's exactly what we don't want. That one thing you'll learn about me and Riley is we want zero negativity in our life.
Yeah,
because we probably all can agree there's enough negativity in the world today. We're not adding to it. We turn around and we move from negativity.
Yeah.
So we try to stay. It's hard. We do try to stay positive and happy, and Riley does it a lot better than me. Anyway, he's pretty happy-go-lucky dude.
Yeah.
And he's been through some serious tragedies, so that probably has a lot to do with him. He's just thankful to be here.
Yeah.
And I am too. I am
Yeah.
too. But like I said, with that being, oh, there's a dog. Somebody let the dog out.
I meant to do the laughing, but I forgot where it was. Oh.
Oh, you're laughing at me.
Yeah.
So what we were getting at, so in the fall of last year, we did a festival and set up a booth, and we ended up meeting a professor from East Carolina University who actually teaches religion, sociology type classes,
Yeah.
and paranormal. So it was very good for her to come up and introduce herself to us, and said she'd be getting up with us later on sometime. Well, that later on sometime came about. She's reached out to us, and you guys are going to hear it here first, other than her students. So Riley and I will be going to East Carolina University, which is not local. It's considered local. It's a local college to us.
Yeah.
It's a university, and we'll be going there tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We'll be speaking to her religion and social issues and paranormal class.
Yeah.
And just, talking about some of our experiences. And,
Yeah.
There's doubters everywhere you go. There's skeptical people everywhere you go. Hey, I'm still a little bit skeptical about it. The reason I'm skeptical about the paranormal is because I can't explain it good enough to satisfy my own taste. So, and there's lots of skeptical people in the world.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. And I understand that. I don't knock the skeptical people because I'm like them. I want to figure out, hey, what was that? Who was talking? What just bumped the wall, or what just made that light come on, or where'd that gust of air come from? I want to debunk.
Yeah.
Everywhere we go. So skepticism comes into play for me when I can't explain it. Then I get skeptical. So
yeah.
What's up, Lee? Thanks for joining us, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
So, like I said, tomorrow night, these two country bumpkins you see right here. We'll be at East Carolina University. We'll be instructing class.
Yeah. me and every bit of my high school diploma are going to be instructing an East Carolina college class.
So I know you guys can only imagine how that's going to go, including us. So it'll be fun if nothing else, for sure.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. So the good part about it, as we're expecting, Aaron, if you're watching, who just happens to be the professor, Aaron Prophet, if you're watching, thank you for the invite. We're not going to let a lot out of the bag, but she has had good response from her class. More people are showing up wanting to do this tomorrow night and listen to these two country bumpkins for a little while. And other than that, we're planning to do a ghost paranormal investigation at East Carolina University tomorrow night also.
Yeah.
So we'll be taking about 25 people on an investigation around some of the haunted locations. And look, we've talked, Riley and I have talked about it in the past, and we go to so many dang places that we've talked about ECU before. And the problem is getting on campus. Well, tomorrow night we'll be on campus.
We will be on campus.
So it's going to be an awesome time tomorrow night.
I think it is.
So there's lots of stories. You guys can look them up. If you guys Google it and you see something, shoot us a message and let us know so we can talk about it tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And I know that some of the people who will be there, some of the students who live on campus, I'm sure they've heard of things that, they've heard of haunted places. And so it's going to be awesome. Hey, Connie, don't worry about it. We get it. Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, you got to get that yoga in, girl.
Yeah, get it in, Connie.
You got to get it in. I get it. You got to release that demon. Let the stress out.
Release that demon.
Oh, that's awesome. But yeah, so tomorrow night, Riley and I will, and I don't know if we'll. We've been asked not to record tomorrow night. We definitely won't be recording anybody. Because there's lots of students and lots of things going on there, so we don't have consent to do any of that. But we will be running a recorder. I don't know how much video we may or may not do. Probably not. But just as soon as we don't do any, if we don't, we may run some in a, say if we're in a building or something, if we're in a building, we may do some recording, but we're not going to actually record folks. How about that?
Yeah.
If it's okay with, with everybody there.
Yeah.
So yeah, down south, supernatural, going to college.
Yeah.
So as you can imagine, I did about 2 semesters of college and decided hey, it wasn't for me. I went to work and I haven't looked back. I'm not saying that was the right thing to do. I'm just saying it was not for me. Riley didn't get the chance to go to college. The accident he was in deterred his life for about 4 years. So when he was able to go, he's not interested in going now.
Yeah.
So he's living one day at a time. So
yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to college tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to college.
So we're going to take a lot of equipment tomorrow. We'll probably break it all out just so the students can see what types of equipment are used. Because you see, if you watch any shows on TV, you see a lot of equipment, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they got a lot of equipment, but they ain't got as much as we do.
No.
We got a lot of equipment. This is what you guys see right here, just a little drop in the bucket.
Yeah.
But we'll break it all out tomorrow night just to show people.
Yeah.
It looks good anyway. We definitely do not use it all. And I'll be the first to say he will not admit it, but we definitely don't need it all.
We do.
And we need more, right?
Yeah.
We need some more.
I already got Angel's ass lined up. He's already sent me a video of that cigarette rim pod he's working on.
Let's build one for our Appalachian Nightmare brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I've not talked to our Appalachian Nightmare friends in a while.
Chastity and V, where are y'all at? What in the heck?
I think they've dropped us. I think we broke up. I feel like we've broke up. Have we broke up and I didn't know it?
Did we break up?
I mean, are we somebody seeing somebody about a divorce or something? I don't know.
I don't know.
I do not know.
Does that mean V's not my brother no more?
I don't know. You're simpatico, so you should know. Y'all should be on the same level.
I'm still getting his beeping notification like he's chugging. So there it goes.
Internet's slow, y'all. I forgot to reset the box tonight. Sorry. If there's a delay, I apologize. That's definitely on me because I have to reset the box, and I didn't once a week. Anyway, yeah, Lee, you're right. We're going to be open-minded about it, but what we're hoping about tomorrow night is, hey, maybe we'll gain some followers.
Yeah.
Because all it takes is a few of those young folks to like what you're doing, or I hate to say it, not like what you're doing, and any advertisement is advertisement.
Yeah.
I don't like negative. I just said we don't like negativity.
Yeah.
But, to get your name out there, sometimes you do what you got to do.
You got to lie.
No, I ain't lying. Nobody said that about lying. What are we lying about?
I don't know. You're talking about negativity.
No, negative. I say negativity is just say there's someone at the class tomorrow night who thinks we're full of crap. That's negative, right? But everybody has their opinion. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool with that. But my plan is tomorrow night to, maybe we'll gather some evidence when we investigate there, and those same people who are skeptical or say, daggone,
yeah,
did that really happen, and why did it happen? Get them to start thinking instead of just saying, supernatural is nothing. It's not happening, which you and I know is very apparent. It's everywhere. It's all around us.
Yeah, very, very.
Yep. So maybe it'll hit out. Maybe it'll hit home with, like I said, there'll be 25 people, but I'm pretty sure when people walk into campus and see us moving around when the sun goes down tomorrow night, it'll probably draw a crowd.
Yeah.
And that'll be good too. We're good with that.
We're good.
So hey, it may end up being a great thing. It may be a total flop, and you never know.
I mean, between you and me, I'm a posse guy. I like posse.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He deserved it.
Funny guy. He laughs at his own jokes. Anyway, so that's a big deal for us, guys. That's what's happening tomorrow night. So Riley's kind of been preparing for that all week. And anyway, I did see a post today or yesterday where Chastity, our Appalachian Nightmare, will be dropping part 2 at the Danbury
courthouse.
Is it the courthouse part?
Or is it the arts place?
I'm not sure if this is part of it. But I have no clue. We've been out of touch with them. I think, like I said, we broke up.
I just messaged her earlier, but she never messaged back. I hadn't seen.
Have you pissed him off about something?
I ain't pissed him off. No.
Okay. I didn't know. Anyway. Thank you, Ed. We appreciate that. We really do. We do. Yeah, you got that right, Lee. If you dip in tomorrow night, you probably don't need to be licking all over the bottle and running your tongue down all the way down in the bottom. You don't need to show them that Gene Simmons tongue.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that tomorrow night.
I might give somebody the wrong idea, might make a lot of them happy.
I don't know. I might have to leave you there. That's probably what you'd like.
Yeah, I might like it.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, you probably need to keep your bottles home. Matter of fact, don't dip tomorrow night. That would be great.
That would be a perfect night.
Yeah. So what you got? What else you got to talk about? What you working on? Get to it.
Today.
So we dropped the big news. What the big news was? East Carolina University tomorrow night. Today
I had a little thing where I thought tonight would be a good night that you and me talked about some. First off, what would you consider for down south supernatural a good short-term goal for us to focus on?
Short-term goal?
Yeah, for something that we would like to accomplish. Short-term.
For me would be probably taking enough time or trying to find enough time to go through some of our evidence and put together another video. And it doesn't have to be, off the charts I would love for it to be a banger. Don't get me wrong.
Banger after banger after banger
after banger.
Bring them bangers home.
But at the same time, I think we just need to stay with one a week, at least a couple of months.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And
I think that's good. Now that's me. What do you think?
I believe that's honestly a great idea. I think we need to write that chat down and stick to it.
Well, we can we go to lots of places.
Yeah.
We gather lots of evidence.
Yeah, we do.
We're lacking, and everybody knows. All our folks know we're lacking in the part of putting it out there.
Yeah.
Unless it's live.
Yeah.
And hopefully we probably will have a little bit of live tomorrow night, guys. We ain't gonna leave you. We ain't gonna leave you totally in the dark.
Nah, wouldn't do that to y'all. But the next one I got is we just covered short-term goals. So think on a long-term status now. Where could you see us in the long term if we covered those short-term goals like you just said?
Long term for me, I feel like we definitely keep doing what we're doing. Stay steady on the path we're on. I think sometimes people grow too fast. I don't think we have grown too fast. Matter of fact, we're moving steady. Don't get me wrong. I would like to see us moving a little more, but draw a little more of a social network. Not really network, just more social. Be more apparent, more abundant on the social medias. Grow social media, because I know the social media is where it's at. Sadly. Without social media in this day and time, if you're trying to move up, if you're trying to move down south supernatural up in the ranks and be noticed and be known, you gotta put yourself all over social media. And hopefully in a good way. Try not to be looking like a butt when you do it. And we do that every now and then. I hear a little.
You heard a little playback. I turned it down.
Oh yeah, I've had a few people tell me, "Hey, we watched you on Facebook," and said, "Hey, you didn't notice it. I didn't. We're not ignoring you if you're on Facebook, guys. If you're on the Facebook group, we're not ignoring you. We don't see you. We don't
So
see your
I
comments.
I just turned it on.
So we're not ignoring you. We just don't see your comments through StreamYard, which is what we're looking at, and we're looking at mostly YouTube comments. So
Yeah.
I am aware. We are live on Instagram tonight also. The Instagram is, it is what it is. Every now and then we'll have one or two. We are getting people watching it over on Instagram. I'll say that. They watch it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, long-term goal, I would really love to see us, say, double up on our social media.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just got 6,000 views.
Yeah.
No more, little clips and little mess we've put up there.
Yeah.
Man, I'd love to see 50,000 views by this time next year. I don't think that's too much. 6, you double it, it'd be 12, but I'm going for 50.
Yeah.
Huh? Shoot for the stars if you can go. If you want to go, shoot for the stars.
Yeah.
Set a big goal.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Yeah, Edna, that's exactly what Riley and I were talking about. Try to get in with a little younger crowd who's way more established on the social media platforms than we are.
Yeah.
And hopefully they will help us, spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
So we'll probably take some T-shirts tomorrow night, throw out some T-shirts or whatever. We got some we want to get rid of anyway.
Yeah.
Still got a lot. Yeah. Good question though. What do you think? Long term, like really long term.
Long term.
Like a year from now. Where would you like to see
a
us?
year from now?
Yeah.
Honestly, for me, I'd like to see us like not just going out of state for it, but like actually traveling for it. I'd like to see us that successful with it. It's got to that point where I'd like to see that, and I can see it happening.
What do you mean?
Like, if I say I want to go to Alcatraz, usually that be just me joking around, but I would be dead ass serious. I want to go to Alcatraz.
Alcatraz?
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's the thing. I don't even know.
Alcatraz.
I know what Alcatraz is.
I literally talked to a guy at the store just yesterday about it, and they have dinner there in the cells. So, yeah, you can go during the day and tour and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, Lena. Hey, Lena. Yeah, we haven't talked to him. Riley talks to him a little bit on the backside, but Chastity and V.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had our Western North Carolina folks. We haven't seen them lately. Haven't spoken with them lately. We were hoping to meet up at Madison Dry Goods again, but I guess that fizzled out.
Yeah.
It's one of those things. It happens. We don't always get what. Oh, here's a song. Can't always get what you want.
And that sounds good, Adna.
Yeah. Good point, Ransom. I want it to happen. I'm like Riley. I do want it to happen. I'd love to see us. I do know for a fact that we cannot do it where we're at today. But I do know, and I believe for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, it can happen. But it would have to happen, you got to have that monetary. You got to have that money following, and you got to be putting out good, here we are again.
Good content.
You got to be putting out good content. And look, here's the part about that content that bothers me, since we're talking about it to everybody watching and you, Riley. I want our content to be true.
Yeah.
I don't want to be making up stories, and I see so many folks. I mean, you watch people's videos all the time.
Yeah.
Even more than me.
I
watch so much, and the ones who are at the top of YouTube and who are probably making a decent living, probably making a great living.
Yeah.
Probably making a better living than they would be working a 9-to-5 job. I can say that. They're doing very well, and I do feel like a lot of what they do is not true.
Yeah,
they're making it up.
Thanks to a bunch of fakery and bullshit.
Well, I mean, no. Well, here's the deal. Okay, and I understand where they're at. So you find a click that's working for you. Let's say you tell 2 or 3 lies and it generates followers. You fool some people. So here's the thing about it. You're not going to fool everybody.
Yeah.
You're not going to fool some of our people. Our folks that follow us, they know when we put it out, it happened or it didn't. And I feel like people who follow us can tell between, hey, that's bullcrap, that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But now with some fancy editing this day and time, so I do feel like if you have enough money that you really ain't got to have a lot of money. All you got to do is have some very articulate and people who know how to run these high dollar programs now that can edit video, AI type stuff that can make something look real that is not.
Yeah.
That will pass the intelligence part and pass, by your eye.
Yeah.
So, make you think it's real. And in your mind it ain't real, but it looks so real and convincing.
Yeah.
Those guys are doing that. Those top guys are doing that.
Yeah.
And they got one heck of a following from doing that.
Yeah.
My point being, so they're not telling the whole truth in their investigations. They're making things up. But in reality, their crowd loves it anyway. So they keep following them and their crowds keep growing. So that's the part about it that I don't know. I don't feel good about it. I want to always say, hey, man, when we lay our head down at night, we did it right.
Yeah.
We did it the right way. Even though we're not always going to be right or perfect, because nobody is.
Yeah.
Lena said Alcatraz would be a creepy place to investigate. Yeah, it probably would. It's only 3 hours away from you, Edna. Wow. So let me ask you this. Riley's been talking about it for a while, and I've never looked it up. Is Alcatraz, I think you have to go by boat.
You have to go by ferry is what you got store told me.
So is Alcatraz like some of the places now that maybe are owned by the states? Is it a public place or is it private property? Can anybody go to Alcatraz? And I say that. Why hasn't Ghost Adventures been to Alcatraz?
They have.
Oh, have they? Okay.
Yeah. Zach's been to Alcatraz.
Oh, Zach's been everywhere though. No, I'm just saying. Zach's at the top of the chart, man. You got him and
Damn, Zach.
Tell me he had.
Yeah.
Look at me. He goes where he wants to go.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got a major network behind him, funding him.
Yeah.
Not counting the money he makes from YouTube
and the Haunted Museum
and all his own private collection stuff. So no, Zach's doing my point exactly. Do I want to see us? Ransom said, do you really see yourself doing it? Do you want it, or do you see yourself doing it? Is it possible? Hell yeah, it's possible. Do you need a break here or there to get there? Absolutely. You got to have the break. You got to have a break, and you got to figure out how to get that break. You got to figure out how to catch somebody's attention. Yeah. I don't know, Rance. Like you got the positivity, my man. And we're positive too. Hey, we're positive too. And I will tell you, it can happen, but we got to find that right person. That right person's got to see it. And look, I'm gonna tell you right now, and I keep saying it. We showed you a little glimpse of some of the stuff we had last week.
Yeah.
That little clip I showed you from the Savannah Haunting House, Lee, you worked on it. You broke it down. Hey man, you can tell people what you noticed in it. There's none of that made up. I promise you.
Yeah.
That is flat out a spirit, shadow figure in that room, looking over Dylan while he was sleeping. And it happened.
That was hell on earth.
It happened. So, I mean, we got some really cool stuff, but I think with Riley's ability, the way we'll do things, we're going to try it one time.
Yeah.
And man, Riley, he likes to go, and I'm down with that. He got that from me. If you know one thing about us, don't forget this: when we do something, we're all in. We don't halfway do nothing. And you probably guys seen that in some of the things we do. We don't. We try not to halfway do nothing.
Yeah.
If we got to halfway do it and drag butt through it,
rather not do it at all.
We're probably not going to do it. We're not even going to be a part of it.
No.
Now, if it's coming down to helping somebody, yeah, we'll do that. we'll help somebody in a heartbeat. But
Yeah.
yeah, we're all in, and we are. And I'm not afraid to say it. I wasn't. I was just helping Riley, but I'm all in now. I'm all in to help him, and help us go as far as we can.
Yeah.
I'd love to see us, like I said, get monetized where we can travel every
Yeah.
week, every weekend,
Yeah.
go somewhere different. Have our own person, maybe one person in with us who'll help us do with the video. That would be awesome.
You
Is
know,
that asking too much? Absolutely not.
no.
You know how I know it ain't?
How?
Because people are doing it. Other people
Yeah.
are doing it. So what have I always said? Other people, if this guy over here can do it,
Then you can bet.
why can't I do it?
I can do it faster.
I don't even know. I'm just saying, if he can do it, I can do it. If they can do it, we can do it. Hello?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So
It makes perfect
I've
daggone
always
sense.
said that. What one man can do, I promise you, I can do it too.
That reminds me about another little topic I wrote down today for all y'all. Another reason we want to get monetized is so we can have that help funding wise from the good old YouTube, so we can have at least one good out of state trip a month.
Man, look, and even speaking, we don't get hung up on out of state, because some of the best footage we got is right here in our backyard.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I'm just talking about it, these big locations.
here's in a perfect world. In a perfect world to me. So this, okay, perfect thing. Well, you just asked me long-term goal. I should have thought of this. Long-term goal would be for us to reach a status socially where, and I hate, man, I've never thought in my life that I'd have to depend on social media to help me get where we need to go.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's where the whole world is.
Yeah.
I would like to see us be able to do this, have our lives every Wednesday night. That ain't going to change. I don't care where we go or what we do. We like doing this.
Yeah, we do.
But to do our lives, have guests on. I love having guests on.
Yes,
I love that.
do too.
Bring different things to the community.
Yeah.
Grow our following.
Yeah.
And be able to make enough money doing this off of views. However you get it, views, followers. I don't know the whole thing. So we could do it. So this could be our permanent job. I think that would be amazing. That would be awesome.
Would.
Yeah, it would. So long term goal. I have no clue how long it'll take. For some of these folks, I see them one day. I see them with 5,000 followers, and then next thing you know, they got 1 million. The next thing you know, they got 5 million. And I look at some of the crap they're putting out, and I'm thinking that is total crap. It's a lie.
Yeah.
It's not true. It didn't happen.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter at the end of the day to some of those folks, because people love watching it.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. You got to get the views.
Yeah, that's right.
I guess you got to figure out what kind of status you want to have. You want to be the two paranormal guys who call it like it is, or you want to make something real that's not. I don't think that's fun. But people are getting rich doing it. What are those? Sam and Colby.
Yeah.
Sam and Colby, perfect example. They go places. They got a humongous following.
Yeah.
And facts are, some of the material they put out is great. They do their own editing. They put out some good stuff, and they got the following of a younger crowd. But paranormally, some of the stuff they put out is not true.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not true. Now, folks like you and me who are in the paranormal world can read between the lines. They know it's not. Yeah, Kim, they are annoying, but a way I look at it is, man, I would like to be close to them or where they're at, because they're doing it for a living and they're making it a really good living doing it.
Yeah.
So, and I say making them, okay. So the way I look at things are probably a lot different than most people. Life isn't all about money, okay?
No.
It is not about money. But I would like to be able to do it and pay my bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep everything I got. Not have to worry about, living and my family doing the things we like to do.
Yeah.
So to me, that's satisfactory. Anything extra is great, but those guys are flat out knocking it out. You hear me?
Yeah.
They're making crazy money
Yeah.
for doing, acting like two goons.
Yeah.
And then probably me and you are really two goons. We just don't show it all the time. We show it sometimes, but hey man, point being, they got the lucky breaks. Now they've been doing crazy ass videos for years, so it's not like they just started. You hear me?
Yeah.
They've been doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So, and I have seen some folks that looks like it happened overnight.
Yeah.
So you got to have that following. And like Lee said, and Edna said, kind of like tomorrow night, man, you get a little following. Hopefully something will happen at that college. We'll catch something, and we'll get a little spirit activity.
Yeah.
And some of those kids will go crazy over it.
That would be the best.
If you ever experience it, okay. If you ever experience it, you'll want to do it again.
It's addictive.
It is. I never believed that. I was a skeptic about that, but now I really want to hear that spirit talk.
Yeah,
I really do.
I have one little thing that it can relate to. It's about like when you get chills in somewhere you didn't know you could get chills in. Like, like seriously, that's how it is. It's that crazy.
So Lee, so the little clip that we saw and what you've seen and you went through it for us. We actually have another camera in that room. It's I don't even want to tell you because I don't know how it works. We had another camera in the room looking at another angle, and you could see from Dylan's torso up, and saw nothing on that camera.
Hey, Angel.
The spirit we caught that you saw was only caught on one camera, with another camera rolling in the same room. You can see the time. The time slot on it. You can see the time. Both of the cameras are in sync with each other at the same time.
Yeah.
Spirit was only on one of the cameras, and both of them were running at the same time.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. So there was some really strange things happening. So my point being, when I tell you that, and I'll show, and we're going to bring that out. Someone said it was Dylan moving around in the bed or getting up out of the bed. Well, I got another camera in that room at the same time. Dylan's dead asleep.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say dead.
But
he's asleep in that video. So one camera is showing Dylan asleep in the video. Another camera from the other side of the room is showing a spirit standing right beside the bed that he's asleep in.
Yeah.
Hello. Come on.
That was crazy.
Come on. That's serious.
That was nuts.
Have you seen anything like that on Ghost Adventures?
No.
I have not.
I had.
I've seen some little recordings that they show, and who in the heck knows who made that?
Yeah.
That what I showed the other night. That's raw footage
from Savannah, Georgia,
and
from down south Supernatural.
That's real.
Yeah, that shit was real.
If you want evidence, that's real. I was there. If it wasn't real, I'd tell you that's bullcrap. Somebody made that. I'll go to my grave, buddy. That's real. That's real deal, real.
I still get chills over that place.
So, Lee, another thing about that, if you see that video that night, so Riley and I, we've looked at it a few times. So that same night, the other view of that camera that you can see Dylan laying in the bed, tossed and turned all night. He slept horrible. And he even said, I felt like somebody was watching me. There was somebody watching him. And it makes you wonder, okay, so we caught that spirit. We caught that spirit on camera.
Yeah.
So can that spirit, can it, silly question. I don't know. I don't know if you know. That spirit was strong enough to make itself be seen.
Yeah. Manifest.
It manifested
powerful enough to manifest.
Correct. Yeah. So does it know? Can it turn itself off? Is it like a light switch? I don't understand. Can it go
I
away?
think it can. Yes.
Can it go away and mess with Dylan sleeping in that bed?
Yeah,
Like tickle
yeah.
his nose while he's asleep, or push him on the side and make him. Dylan tossed and turned like every 10 minutes. Dylan was rolling in that bed.
Yeah.
The night before the camera's on Dylan, he slept like a baby.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
So that night, that one night, that spirit was there and messed with him.
Yeah.
Same night, our Bucky the beaver disappeared. I don't know, at least 15 or 20 times out of that rocking chair. Same night.
For a good 2 minutes at a time.
What's up, Angel? So somebody, what do you guys think? So that's a question I've never really thought about. So if a spirit is strong enough to manifest and show itself, sadly, me and Riley ask for that all the time.
Yeah, I do.
We ask for that all the time.
I want to see it. Show it to me.
If you hear us say that, that's what we're talking about. So one of these days we might see something we don't want to see.
I want it.
So my question to you guys, what do you guys believe? Do you believe if a spirit's strong enough to manifest itself? What is that up there? Oh, that's the camera.
Yeah.
If a spirit is strong enough to manifest itself, does a spirit know when it goes? What's the word? You can't see it.
Invisible.
When it goes John Cena, can't see me.
Yeah.
When it goes invisible, does it know that?
It
doesn't realize that. What do you guys think? Yeah, no doubt. We say that all the time. Be careful what we ask for. So is a spirit that can manifest itself, does it know when it goes invisible? What do y'all think? Somebody tell me.
Somebody drop a comment. So on y'all's opinions. Do you think a spirit can turn off being visible and not visible off and on like a light switch?
You've seen videos before of anomalies. Of course, you see different things, of course, move throughout a room.
Yeah.
And disappear. We've got some big dark spots in videos that move through the room and disappear. But as far as the spirit, okay, I mean, the answer is like Lena. I'm like you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree 100%. Yeah. Because the spirit that we caught on video, all of a sudden it's there. You see it moving. You see it turn around, and then all of a sudden it is gone. But the camera, you can see the camera, the numbers on it. The camera is still running. The camera is still counting. The camera is still recording. But that spirit's gone. Now, is that spirit gone, or is it just invisible and still in the room? Yeah. I think it's invisible, still in the room, because I think Dylan was messed with all night long. Well, I say all night. I think he was messed with when he was there. I'm not saying it was all night long, but he didn't see good. He didn't sleep good that night. Interesting, Lena. Yeah. So we can all agree on that. For sure. So Lena said, for the ones who are on Facebook, she said she sees spirits good and bad. Sometimes they will make themselves known, and sometimes they don't want to be seen. But she can feel it. I understand. I actually think that without a doubt, I thought for a while that there was the way I felt like something was around me, something was close to me, something was on me. And for a while, I blamed it on me just getting my nerves getting the best of me. But the more Riley and I do this, the more I believe that I am sensing a presence around me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And Lee said he's seen spirits appear and disappear. No doubt they were in control of their actions. Awesome. We can agree on that. I feel the same way. Totally the same way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I think we changed that up to long-term goals with kids is to be where we can do this for a living, man. I think that would be an awesome world.
Yeah.
So what you got? What else you got in the list? That was
Well,
good little talk we got on. I appreciate
and
that.
I got a few more for you. I'm gonna start at this one. Let's talk over some local investigations you and me are gonna want to cover before we head out to Ohio.
Ohio's only a few weeks away.
I know.
I don't know. I mean, I think we're definitely going. We were supposed to go back to the Kinston graveyard this weekend. One of them that you guys saw the video we dropped. The weather wasn't good over the weekend, so depending on how things go, we may hit that this weekend. And I would love to go to Granger, but here's the problem: our time is slipping away. So we're looking at April the 16th. So, guys, man, this is just in case you don't know, if you hadn't thought about it, this is the last week, full week of March.
Yeah.
April the 1st is next Tuesday. I think I'm right, everybody. So we're a little over 2 weeks away. I'd say we're three. We'll see one. Yeah, we're 3 weeks away from going to Ohio State. So yeah, we'll probably pick up somewhere. We want to get a little. We want to get a little investigation in.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we might hit Granger.
Yeah. Granger's always a good one.
Within the next 2 weeks, we're gonna get a little warm up, get our equipment out, and try some different things we've been working on. Riley and I, he's been working on some things, some new strategies, some new things to introduce into our investigations to the paranormal world.
Can I say something real quick?
You own this thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I do. Never mind. Hold on, I gotta give it a second so the balls can drop down to the floor. Since you just said that.
Don't let your head get you floating out of here.
No. We do want to say one thing I would like to change for down south is usually when we go on an investigation, we're usually right off the bat trying to get communication right off the bat. One thing I would like to change for better ourselves is maybe instead of jumping right to it with all we got until shit hits the fan, maybe I'd like to go easier into it and try to get a baseline reading of everything, of how it is when we first get there in the location.
Yeah.
Like so we can keep it like, we got the EDI meter for that reason.
Yeah, I agree. We've talked about that. Start getting some more baseline stuff before. I mean, we always walk around with our K2 meter or whatever.
Because
right down to the temperature, barometric pressure.
Yeah, when it comes to numbers, how do we really know if something's happening or not?
Well, the other thing is, if we start keeping up with more the things around us, more the sensory type things as far as temperature, the barometer, different things, and we might see a pattern into haunted locations.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people are doing. I know paranormal investigators and different crews who do that right now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they're. I know Angel keeps up with a lot of things. Angel's pretty good about a baseline stuff. Angel does a good job.
Yeah,
Angel's taught Riley and I a lot. Not really. He didn't even know he was teaching. So we owe a lot to Angel. We enjoy being around Angel. Angel's sharp. He's sharp as they come.
Definitely.
And he's gotten this paranormal world kind of figured out.
Yeah, he does.
That's why he gets so much communication.
Yeah.
He don't mind sitting and listening. You and I'm the worst. I rush.
Yeah.
I'm go. And I think, we need to spend more quiet time in places.
Yeah.
We spend a little while just sitting, listening, chit-chatting.
Yeah.
And observing.
You know why I thought about that earlier? Because it hit me, that barometric pressure reading on that EDI meter.
Yeah.
I looked up there at the EDI meter today at the digital pad on the front of it, and I thought, how much or like if we really paid attention to that thing during an investigation, how much more is going on that we don't even know is going on.
Absolutely. There's a lot
Like,
going on that we don't
we
observe.
might be getting reactions or some really intense things happening that we don't even know is going on because
It don't
we
even
ain't
happen.
paying attention to it.
Well, I mean, we pay pretty good attention, but sometimes I think we're talking so much that we might be missing
Yeah,
things that are happening right in front of us.
yeah,
I'm one of those. So yeah.
yeah,
So that's a good thing.
yeah. I just think we need to pay more attention to it, get a better baseline when we get somewhere.
Yeah, you got to keep your, and when you're doing that, and that also helps when you're able to go to that same place on multiple occasions. You have a baseline and you keep up with it, and keep your circle small because some places we go to, a lot of places we go to, guys that are very old, very
Yeah,
old floors, old ceilings, second story, real creaky. You get all kinds of noises, and it's
yeah,
hard. You get a lot of people walking around, a lot of people talking. The next thing you know, you get so much interference that it's hard to tell when you get back home uh, with your investigation and to figure out what you've captured, if you did or
yeah,
not.
yeah.
You know,
I just think having a baseline reading compared to, like, say you got a baseline before you even start the investigation. After the investigations, if a skeptic's coming up to you and saying they didn't believe any of the shit that you just got captured, you can say, well, look at this baseline that we got written down. Look at what changed
yeah,
during the investigation compared to that baseline reading.
yeah, that's scientific data.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get you. I get you. You're right on that. So what else you thinking?
Um, covered.
Golly, we've already been up here an hour. Time just fly when we get up here. It's quiet as a mouse.
Husband to have it. Oh, this was one I threw in there that father wasn't going to know about until it came about on the live.
Uh-oh.
We are we are shooting or trying to obtain an RV before we or by the time we go to Ohio State Reformatory, and we're hoping that that will help out on the investigations.
So we may rent one.
Yeah,
We may rent one for Ohio. And you go out of state, it'd be a lot better.
yeah,
Be able to stay in certain places instead of having to search for motels and all that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
not a big deal. Not a big thing to talk about here.
Just I was talking. I was
Hey,
bringing.
Amy, thanks for getting on. Appreciate it.
Hey, Amy.
Kim, so you're outside of Kinston. Okay, cool. So do you do any investigating, paranormal investigating? Looks like Instagram's been over an hour, so Instagram cuts you off in 1 hour. Cool. Good night, Instagram followers. Appreciate you being on. Jump over to Facebook, our Facebook group page, or YouTube. We're still rolling there. But thanks.
Goodness, we're on the last topic. Gosh. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. One more thing I wanted to mention. Down South Supernatural will be getting we will be getting our own trailer that we can sell merchandise on at different events and stuff.
What are you hanging off the page for? You half-ass on the screen. Oh, you're leaning up. Oh, you're trying to get to that microphone. I see what you're doing.
Yeah,
You're heading to that microphone. Look how
yeah.
far away I am. It works.
Okay.
You're You ain't trying to lick that microphone, are you?
No, I'm just trying to lean
Don't you
over
lick that
closer
microphone.
to
If
it.
you do, I'm gonna have to push end the live stream.
Okay.
Beep. We gone.
Okay. I won't lick it. I promise. But yeah, did you hear that last little topic I told
Yeah, we
you?
were talking about getting a little trailer. So during the summer, and we'll be doing more this year with our coffee shop and my daughter's bakery. Um, some of you know, last 2 years, we've had a coffee trailer. And my daughter, we sell a few baked goods in it. You guys know she has a bakery, and so what we're in the process of, we actually started this week. We sold our trailer. We sold our coffee trailer at the end of last year because, believe it or not, my wife and daughter were having trouble taking the trailer out to events on their own because they were scared of getting in situations where they'd have to back the trailer. Um, some people may struggle with that. If you don't back trailers every day, it can be a task, especially when you need to back up in between other vehicles with a trailer.
Yeah.
So the coffee trailer we had was very nice. I mean, we did a number one job building it, but it was a little bit very heavy, a little bit hard for them to handle. So we are building we started this week. Actually, we kind of started last week, but we've started this week. We're building a truck. So we'll have we went from a 16-foot coffee trailer to we're going to a 26-foot truck, and we'll have a full-fledged. My daughter will be able to have our bakery. We will be able to make homemade donuts on it, and we'll still have the same coffee, lattes, fraps, all the different
Refreshers.
refreshers. I don't know if where you guys, a lot of you are located, we'll have the side berry, the fruit bowls. Those things are amazing. We'll be having those like we have them in the coffee shop now. So we'll be having those. We're going to try to hit a lot more events with
Yeah.
our businesses this year, and at the same time, we kept a tent with us when we went to those, and we'd set up down south to set up a booth at a few of those.
Yes.
So this year we're going to actually let the coffee truck pull that enclosed down south supernatural trailer.
Yeah.
That big Vide over here will be sitting in,
Yeah.
pumping out some merch,
And
trying to make enough money to get to the next investigation.
yeah,
So
that's right.
that's a good point, though. Yeah. We've never, believe it or not, Kim, we've never been to the barbecue festival. Our coffee shop and bakery and their store is, like a mile and a half from downtown where the festival goes on.
Yeah.
So we're actually, when the festival is going on, our stores are still open. Guys, the Kinston Barbecue Festival is a big deal for the small town of Kinston. It is very big. They get hundreds of people coming to cook barbecue pigs. And I'm talking about big name barbecue teams roll into Kinston for this event. And so it is a big deal. And there's lots of vendors there. We just don't do it because at the same time we're having to keep our stores open. But anyway, so we may. So our coffee shop is Daily Grind Cafe on Vernon Avenue. And my daughter's bakery is Sugar Coated Bakery, which is in the same building as the coffee shop. So we're not hard to find. And she makes everything homemade, including we have donuts now. We've gone back to doing homemade donuts every day. Wednesdays and Fridays, we do a lot of donuts.
Yeah.
So those are the big days. But to make a long story short, we are going to try to pick up a trailer so we can put a big name on the side so people can see it going down the road and try. You got to make that DSS. You got to make it relative. You got to make people.
Yeah.
If you want to grow, you got to put it in front of people.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. We ain't thinking about it. It's going to happen.
It's going to.
Oh, thank you. You must have had some, Kim. So So sometimes you see me on our live. So I didn't do it today. Some Wednesday nights I'm really dragging my behind because we have to get up about 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning on Wednesday mornings and go in to get the donuts ready for the store to open at 8 because it's all homemade hand rolled and hand cut donuts. So yeah.
The rats lose laughing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
I don't care what comes in the way. It's gonna happen.
He's getting me motivated. He don't even know it. Because yeah, there's a difference in a want, a need, and I'm doing it. And there's definitely a difference. So yeah, thank you for making that statement, because it kind of brings on a new, it changes the way things are in your mind. So short-term goal, long-term goal, and I'll be daggone, we're gonna do it. There's a big difference in those.
Let a fire back.
Yeah, well, I always keep a little fire. I keep a little fire going. I want us to grow. I do want down south to grow. Social media wise, I want us to roll to the top, man. I really do. We try to do it the right way. A lot of people don't. There ain't no fake. There ain't no trickery.
No.
So, and I also think sometimes when there's nothing fake and nothing big and exciting everywhere you go, and it's not going to be everywhere we go. All the oohs and ahs. Oh, did you see that? And that made me sick. My stomach's hurting. You know how the guys do on TV.
Yeah. The rating.
It's all about the ratings.
Yeah.
I get it. It's about the ratings.
I mean, if that's the case, I can just start following every other investigation.
Speaking of follow, I failed to it. The only time I failed in an investigation, I noticed, of course, at Bobby Mackey's pitch black dark. And I was so worried about you falling that I helped you get up a step, and Father turned around and fell off the step.
That was hilarious.
Thank God there was not a table or a rail or something when I fell, because I fell face first.
Yeah.
And it was pitch black dark, and everybody knew I fell, but nobody could see me fall.
That was awesome.
I think people thought it was Riley. But I had helped you get up a little rickety. That place was in bad shape, man.
Yeah, it was.
Father went down south out for real.
That was funny.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Yep. Awesome. Well, man, we got a lot of things, guys. We got some things to get ready for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We're going to try to go live from East Carolina University tomorrow night discreetly. I don't have consent. I've been asked not to record, but I will. We're going to figure it out. By saying that, so we'll be around a lot of people tomorrow night. We'll be leading. For you guys who are joining late, Down South Supernatural will be at East Carolina University tomorrow night with a religion and philosophy and paranormal class that they actually have at ECU.
Yeah.
They've invited us to come and speak tomorrow night and to take them on an investigation. Yeah. And there are there's some ghost stories at East Carolina University. There's been some deaths there. There've been some drowning in the pools. The Messick Theater Arts Building. They hear a lot of footsteps. They hear a lot of children running and children talking. I say children. It's a college. I'm talking about elementary type kids, younger kids. They see a lot of shadow figures in the arts building. What other things? There have been some unsettling showers in Cotton Dormitory. Says, as the story goes, one night on the east side of the third floor, one student may have changed Cotton's reputation forever. For years, stall doors have continued to shake and creak. Showers and lights turn on and off by themselves. You'll never know if you're ever truly alone. It seems that the spirits have overtaken Cotton Dormitory. Yeah, we actually thought about that too, Ken. So our plans are what they're looking at. We're going to start tomorrow night at 7.
Yeah.
And we'll do a little speaking, and at 7:30, 7:45, we're going to head out on the campus. They're going to pick out a couple places that are known for some paranormal experiences that may have happened, and we're going to find out tomorrow night. And when we do, maybe we can talk to some of them. We hope to meet some new younger kids, and it can help down south spread that name. That's what we're wanting for tomorrow night.
And Amy, the name of the shop is the Daily Grind Cafe and Sugar Coated Bakery. And going on our website, I will link the Down South website if it's still up and going out.
We hadn't even looked at so long. So my daughter, before she got so dang busy with the bakery, she was keeping our Down South website going. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it is. I can tell you this: we're fixing to print off some new spring T-shirts. We still have some fall shirts that
Yeah,
we're gonna get rid of some. We're gonna print out some new stuff, and we are going to update it and try to try to do a little bit better job of taking care of that because man, there's some we need to try to pick up a little bit of change for going on these. Just like next month in 3 weeks, we'll be going to Ohio State Reformatory, and you'd be surprised selling 10 or 12 shirts here and there. If nothing else, to help pay the gas because
yeah,
it's a 10.5 hour drive for Raleigh. It's 10.5 or 11 hour one way. So we'll be leaving on April the 16th.
yeah.
We're going to meet up with Angel, Durham Paranormal, and his wife Ruth. Riley and I, and maybe Dylan. We're still praying Dylan's going to make it. Dylan, you better tell Reagan you're going. Not on April the 15th, neither.
No.
So April the 16th, we're going to do an investigation somewhere between North Carolina and probably in West Virginia on the 16th. And on the 17th, Down South Supernatural, Durham Paranormal, Our Appalachian Nightmare. Is it the Haunting Angels?
Yeah.
The Haunting Angels. I have not met those ladies. I think they're up in the Western North Carolina with Our Appalachian Nightmare team, Chastity and V. They're going to be going to Ohio State with us. So we almost got 12. I think we might still be at 9, maybe.
Yeah.
So we can have up to 12 people. So anyway, so April 16th we'll be heading out. The 17th we'll be at OSR. And the 18th we'll be on the way home. And we're probably going to pick up an investigation on Good Friday somewhere.
Sounds great. Sounds good to me on Good Friday.
But either way, we'll get something figured out tomorrow night. We'll definitely, of course, we'll be talking about it next Wednesday night about what goes on tomorrow night. And we are probably going to hit a graveyard this weekend.
Yeah.
We'll be back in the graveyard that we got so much communication in.
Yeah.
If you hadn't seen our little graveyard, check us out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Really the only actual video that not a little clip and not a short. It was actually a 20-something minute video.
26.
We dropped it a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
And if you hadn't seen it,
that was a daggone good video.
You'll not find any more communication with the spirit world than what we had there.
You really won't.
So, and I'll stand behind that. And guess what? It was not pre-scripted. It was not made up. It was raw footage. So if you like raw footage, you'll like that one. We're a little bit annoyed in it, but that's just how we are.
Yeah. I can't say the rest of that. I think I'd upset Lee.
It's all right. Yeah, no, we ain't doing that anymore. Anyway, I think I'm going to head on in and eat a little supper, and let's get ready. I got to work tomorrow, and then down south we'll be college boys tomorrow night.
Yeah.
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 LA Night says
yeah.
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 Right. So, guys, it's come to an end. We're going to end it here tonight. We thank everybody for getting on.
Thank you all.
We kind of hope we've updated you, and we'll definitely, if we can, Riley will send out a message tomorrow night. Just keep an eye on your message.
On your Facebook. On the Facebook.
On the Facebook. He'll shoot out something. We are going to try to do a little something live. We won't record no people. But if we really get into something and it's great stuff, we're not going to let it go without recording it.
Yeah.
So anyway, with that being said, you want to close it out? Thank everybody for getting on. I'll say it again like I always do. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all. We know you could be doing something else tonight instead of listening to us guys, but we do appreciate it. We thank you.
We really do.
And we're gonna keep growing. We're uphill. We're flattening out a little bit. We're heading uphill. We're gonna keep climbing this mountain we're on. We'll keep climbing. We ain't throwing the towel in. We're ready.
If we get the opportunity, Edna, I will be, and we get to record, I will be uploading something to YouTube if anything comes from it.
I don't know what that was. Somebody's popped up here, shouldn't be.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. What does that say? Cheap viewers on Streambo, some kind of ad. I have no idea. Anyway, they can kick rocks.
Anyways, until then, you can, I guess you can see us next week. If we don't do nothing tomorrow night, then until then, you can catch us at that down south out.
Good night. Thank y'all.
Good night, y'all.